so I have to make a confession.
Oh.
I was reading through some old emails of mine last night, just trying to find a date for something. And I got completely sidetracked.
Right.
I started analyzing my own writing style.
Right.
And honestly, I was horrified.
Horrified. That's a strong word. What did you find? A bunch of typos?
No, nothing like that.
No.
It was the repetition. I realized that for someone who, prides himself on having a decent vocabulary, I rely on one specific, tiny, three-letter word for like 80% of my life.
Let me guess. Get.
Get. I got a coffee, I got a text, I got tired, I got confused. It's everywhere. It just felt lazy.
Yeah.
Like I was cheating at English.
It's funny you call it lazy. I think a lot of strict grammarians will probably agree with you.
Right.
They tell you to use obtain or receive or become. But looking at the research for today's deep dive, the linguistic reality is kind of the opposite. Get isn't the lazy word. It's the most overworked employee in the entire dictionary.
So it's doing the heavy lifting.
It's doing all the lifting. I mean, it steals the jobs of at least 20 other verbs. And that is the core theme of the source material we're breaking down today. The central metaphor isn't that get is a filler word.
Okay.
It's that get is a chameleon.
A chameleon. Because it blends in.
Because it literally changes its nature based on its environment. You put a chameleon on a green leaf, it turns green. You put the word get next to a noun, it means one thing. Put it next to an adjective, and poof, it transforms into something else entirely.
It's all about context then. Survival.
Exactly.
So our mission for this deep dive is to decode the colors of the chameleon.
We're going to decode the logic, because, and this is the key takeaway from the sources, if you're a learner or even just someone who wants to communicate more efficiently, you can memorize 1,000 fancy verbs like acquire or comprehend. But if you want to sound natural, if you want that native speaker rhythm, you have to master get.
Because native speakers just choose speed over what? Precision?
They choose efficiency. Get is faster. It's punchier. It cuts down on the, the cognitive load. So we've got 5 core colors or meanings to get through. See, I just did it. Plus the absolute chaos of phrasal verbs.
Well, that's where the real nightmare begins. But let's start with the basics. The first color, the one I was complaining about in my emails. Acquisition.
Right. Core meaning one. Receive, buy, or obtain. This is the foundation. Taking possession of something.
Okay, but here's where I get stuck. If I'm writing a formal business letter, I'm probably going to say, I got your email. I'd say, I received your correspondence.
And you could, if you want to sound a bit distant or very professional, but think about the social distance there. Receive feels passive, a little robotic.
I received the package.
Yeah, it sounds like you signed a form for it. I got the package. It sounds like you actually have it in your hands. It feels more immediate.
Much more immediate. And less pretentious.
Way less pretentious. Imagine you're at the grocery store. You wouldn't say, darling, I must purchase a carton of milk.
I am acquiring the dairy. Yeah, you sound like an alien trying to blend in.
Exactly. You just say, I need to get some milk. Buy is specific to money, but get covers the whole action, going there, paying, taking it.
It works for gifts, too. I remember as a kid, the big question after a birthday party wasn't, what gifts were you bestowed?
It was, what did you get?
Pure possession. I got a bike. I got a ticket. Okay, so that's color number one. If you can hold it, you get it. But the chameleon changes fast when we stop talking about objects and start talking about our bodies moving through space.
Core, meaning to arrive. This is where get starts replacing movement verbs.
This one is so ingrained I don't even notice it. What time will you get here? How do I get to the station?
Think about the alternative. Arrive is a very, timeline-focused word. The train arrives at 6. But get focuses on the result, the destination. I'll get there when I get there.
Right. But we have to stop here for a second because this is where the grammar throws a curveball that trips up almost everyone I know who speaks English as a second language.
It's a home issue.
The home exception. It's fascinating because it just breaks the pattern.
The pattern is get to work, get to school, get to the airport.
Yeah.
So logically, I should get to home.
Logic would say yes. English says absolutely not.
No.
You never used to with home. You simply get home.
But why? Is home not a place?
It is, but grammatically in this context, home acts more like an adverb. Think about words like here or there. You don't say, I'm going to here.
You say, I'm coming here.
Right. You don't say get to there, you say get there.
Oh, that's actually really interesting. So home is treated more like a direction or a state of being, not just a building.
In a way, yeah. It's like saying I'm going downtown or abroad. You just drop the preposition. So call me when you get home. I didn't get home till midnight.
That makes so much sense. Home is a vibe, not a location. Okay, so we have obtaining things, we have arriving at places. Now for the third color, which I think is my favorite, it feels the most philosophical, the change of state. This is get, meaning become. And this is so crucial because English makes a really sharp distinction between being something and getting something.
It's the difference between a photo and a video.
Oh, I love that analogy. The verb to be is am. It's a snapshot. It's static. I am hungry. That's a fact about this exact moment.
But I am getting hungry implies a process. I wasn't hungry an hour ago. I'm a little hungry now, and I'm going to be starving soon.
Precisely. It describes the transition, and we are obsessed with describing transitions. We use it for everything. Weather is the classic one. It's getting dark. It's getting cold.
It's getting late. That's a huge one. It's not just it is late, which sounds so final.
Right.
It's getting late is a polite way of saying, hey, I want to leave this party soon.
It signals the shift, and we use it for emotions, which is where it gets really expressive. He got angry.
Well, if I say he was angry, maybe that's just his personality, but he got angry means he was fine, then something happened and he changed.
Or getting old.
Oof, don't remind me.
But think about the nuance. You can say he is aging, which sounds very clinical, but he is getting old, feels heavier. It implies the process of decline.
Or the opposite, get well soon. We're not just wishing for the result, we're wishing for the process of recovery.
Exactly. So if you want to sound dynamic, if you want to describe the world as moving and changing instead of just sitting still, you need to use get plus an adjective.
Okay, on to color number 4. We've done physical things, movement, changes. Now we're going inside the brain. The mental click.
Get, meaning understand.
This one is definitely informal, right? I had a professor who would circle this in red ink if I wrote, the public didn't get the policy.
Oh, for sure. It's conversational. But it captures something understand doesn't. Understand is cerebral. It's intellectual. I understand the theory.
Whereas I get it feels visceral.
It's a click. It's the aha moment. Do you get the joke? Implies, did it land? Did you feel it?
That's so true. If I tell a joke and you just stare at me and I have to explain it, you might say, oh, I understand it now. But you didn't get it.
No. Because if you got it, you would have laughed. That's the distinction. It's about that immediate connection. We even use it for people. I got you.
I got you. That's such a warm phrase. So much better than I understand you.
I understand you can sound so detached, like a therapist. I hear what you are saying. But I got you means I'm on your wavelength. We're connected.
It connects back to that first meaning of possession, doesn't it? Like, I have grasped your meaning. I'm holding it.
It's all connected. Grasping an object, grasping an idea, the language treats them as the same action.
Which leads us perfectly to the fifth and final core meaning, which is also about grasping, but adds a little to cardio. Fetch.
Fetch. A word we basically only use for dogs now.
Right. Goes fetch the stick. Humans don't fetch. They get.
But it's such a complex action disguised as a simple word. If you say, can you get me a glass of water? You're asking for a whole process.
Step 1, go to the kitchen. Step 2, retrieve water. Step 3, bring it back. Just squishes go and bring into one syllable.
That is the efficiency we were talking about at the start. Go and bring me my jacket. Sounds like a king in a movie.
Totally. I'll go get your jacket is just normal life.
It's the ultimate shortcut verb.
So those are the 5 colors. Receiving, arriving, becoming, understanding, and fetching. If we stopped here, you'd be in pretty good shape.
You'd be solid. But you wouldn't be fluent.
No. Because now we have to enter the jungle. We have to talk about what happens when teams up with prepositions, collocations, and phrasal verbs.
This is where the logic can seem to go out the window.
It feels like it.
Well, the logic is still there, but it becomes way more metaphorical.
Okay, so let's start with the chunks, the collocations. These are just words that are kind of glued together, right?
So essentially, for example, marital status. You can say, he became married, but it sounds so odd.
So strange.
We almost exclusively say, he got married. It frames marriage as an event, a change of state. Same with get divorced or get dressed.
Get dressed is a good one, because dress is a verb. I dress myself. But nobody says that unless they're like a 4-year-old being very proud.
Exactly. I got dressed implies the task is done. Get ready is another huge one. Hurry up. Get ready for school. It's urgent. It's active.
Okay. Now for the really tricky part. Phrasal verbs. You add up, over, by, along, and the meaning just shifts completely. Let's start with get up.
The classic battle, wake up versus get up.
I have this battle every single morning.
Don't we all? Wake up is the neurological event. Your eyes open, you're conscious. Get up is the physical event. Your body leaves the bed.
So I wake up at 7, scroll on my phone for 20 minutes, and then I get up at 7:20.
And if you're late, you tell your boss, sorry, I didn't get up on time, because the waking up part is irrelevant if you're not actually moving.
Here's one that I think is really nuanced. Get over. We use it for relationships, sickness, all sorts of things.
The visual metaphor here is climbing. Imagine a wall in front of you. That wall could be the flu or a bad breakup. To continue, you have to climb over it and leave it behind you.
So I got over my ex means I've scaled that wall and I'm walking away. But how is that different from, say, get through? Like, I got through a tough week.
Get through is a tunnel metaphor. It implies endurance. You're surrounded by the difficulty, it's pressing in, and you just have to survive until you come out the other side.
Wow, that's a powerful distinction. Getting over a cold means it's gone. Getting through a tough project means you survived the pressure.
Right. One is leaving it behind, the other is enduring it.
What about get by?
Get by is the survivalist. You have just enough to survive, but nothing extra.
Like, how's your French? I can get by.
Meaning, I can order a coffee, but I can't discuss philosophy. Or with money, we don't have much, but we get by. It's about scraping through.
Okay, one more specific area I want to challenge you on. Transportation. The rules for get with vehicles seem completely arbitrary.
Ah, the great in versus on debate.
Right, I get in a car, but I get on a bus. Why? They're both vehicles. I sit in both.
There's actually a pretty solid rule of thumb here. It's often called the platform rule. Generally, if the vehicle is large enough that you can walk onto it standing up like a platform, you get on.
So a bus, a train, a plane, I'm walking down an aisle, I am on the deck.
Exactly. But if you have to sort of crouch or fold yourself to enter, you get in.
A car, a taxi.
A taxi, a helicopter.
Okay, smarty pants. What about a canoe? I don't walk on a canoe, but I feel like I'd say, wait, is it in or on a canoe?
You usually get in a canoe or a kayak because you sit down inside the hull. But you get on a big ship or a ferry.
What about a horse? I definitely don't walk on a horse.
Oh, but you sit on top of it. You don't go inside the horse.
Well, I certainly hope not.
So for open vehicles, you sit on top of horses, motorcycles, bikes, or on the surface. So you get on.
Okay, the rule holds up. If it's a room you walk into, it's on. If it's a box you crouch into, it's in. That actually saves a ton of memorization.
It does. And the opposites match. You get out of a car, but you get off a bus.
We have covered a massive amount of ground, from basic possession to the emotional weight of getting through something. I think it's time to see if everyone listening has actually, well, got it.
Time for the Get Radar quiz.
All right. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you a scenario and a sentence. I want you, at home, to just think, which meaning are we using? Buy, arrive, become, understand, or fetch.
I'll give the answer after a little pause. Just go with your gut.
Okay. Scenario 1. You've been hiking for hours. The sun is beating down. You say, man, I'm getting thirsty.
That is become a change of state.
Scenario 2. You're telling a friend about a really confusing movie you saw. You say, honestly, the plot made no sense. I just didn't get it.
That's understand. The mental click just didn't happen.
Scenario 3. You were at a restaurant. You wave to the waiter and ask, excuse me, could I get the check, please?
That one is fetch. You're asking to go retrieve it and bring it to you.
Scenario 4. You're texting your partner. You type, traffic is a nightmare. I won't get home until 7.
That is arrive. And notice no to, just get home.
Perfect. Bonus round. Phrasal verb. You had a terrible flu last week, but today you feel great. You say, finally, I got over it.
That is recover. You climbed over that wall of sickness.
If you got all of those right, congratulations, you're officially certified to use the Chameleon.
And if you didn't, don't worry. The fact that you're even thinking about the difference means you're already winning.
So let's wrap this all up. What is the big final thought here? Why does mastering this one word matter so much?
I think it matters because so many learners carry this guilt that using get is somehow bad English. They think they need to sound formal to sound smart. But the truth is, language is about connection. And get connects.
It's like the lubricant of the language.
It really is. It smooths everything out. It's efficient. It lets you focus on your message, not the mechanics. When you use get correctly, you stop sounding like a textbook and you start sounding like a person.
And that's the goal. to sound like a person. So don't be afraid of the lazy word. It's actually the smartest tool in the box.
Use the chameleon.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. Now, get going. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.